everyone, it's Nick with Hop and Crow Creations. I was just going to do a quick flip through of the journal I completed for the Junk Journal January challenge. I obviously, as you can see, did not make my spine wide enough. This turned out to be much fuller than I imagined. But I am going to redo that. But anyway, just kind of flip through here and kind of show you. This is just a pocket that I had put into the journal, just a little journaling spot. Day one actually was here. It was resolutions. And instead I did goals and dreams. Just a little pocket with 2 cards in there that say goals and dreams. I just used the clickable stamps to create that. And then the next one was quote. I just made a little flip up here with a quote by Theodore Roosevelt. Do what you can with what you have where you are. And it has like a little journaling card in a little pocket right there. The next was throwback. I just used some of these stickers that I had, kind of looking back at days past. More of a throwback to old times. Just a book page and some graph paper there. I thought that was a very cute page. Next was tuck spot. I used some scraps I had to make some clusters and create a little tuck spots to hold some journaling cards. This one spins just for some interest. You can kind of turn that. There's a tuck spot back behind this one here. And then also here is some journaling cards. The next one was daily log. I used some book pages and paper scraps to create this little slide-through pocket. And some cardstock and scrap paper here, just and some stamps to make a little daily log to journal on there. Next was memory, and this is a digital I created in Procreate. I'm just learning on Procreate, so do have a little bit to go, but I do love this page. It's very pretty. It needs some work, but anyway, used it to create a pocket, and inside that I have some journaling cards that are pictures of my grandfather and me and my papa. Next was stitches, and I had some muslin here, and I kind of hand stitched that with black thread, stitched book page to it, glued that to a scrap piece of Tim Holtz paper that I had, and made a page wrap. And then the page wrap has a pocket and tuck spots here with for some tags and journaling cards. So just wraps across that page. The next is neutral, and I had some muslin here that I stamped. Have a little heart stamp, and I took some of the vintage photo ink and stamped onto those. It's probably hard to see on camera. It's very cute though, and just some neutral stickers and washi tapes. Next day was foliage. I had these beautiful purple, I have to glue that edge down. It keeps wanting to pop up. Purple leaves and stems, and that just a craft card stock tag that I made. The next day was layers. So I just took some scraps and created these little layers on this coffee dyed envelope. Has a little muslin pull on it there. So there's a pocket here that has some circles that I inked for journaling. There's this piece of paper here for journaling on, and then there's a little tuck right here. Some more of the layered there. Next day was eclectic. Just used some little muslin strips and index card and stickers and scraps of paper and washi and pattern paper just to make like this little flip-flop journal spots. And then the next one was torn edges. I used some of the craft paper from Amazon packaging with some scrapbook paper. Then I had scraps of scrapbook paper and coffee dyed papers. This is acetate from a package just to make a little clear pocket there. Next one was garden, and I had these roses that were part of a paper pack from Temu, very gardeny, cottage themed. And this is from like a 6x6 paper pack I had, I think gotten from Hobby Lobby. Just made some tuck spots out of scrap paper that I hole punched and then glued acetate into those areas there. And the next day was pattern, and this is paper that I made the journal with. Is coffee dyed paper And it had such a beautiful pattern itself with these lines. I'm not sure they're showing up on camera. And then like the water spots. I thought, that's beautiful pattern, speaks for itself. So I just kind of decorated it with some quote stickers and this little stamp I'd gotten on clearance back in the summer, and my little heart stamp. You can see it there. The next day was opposite, and I had this kit I found on Etsy. I love it. It is gorgeous. I think it's Vibes of Vintage is where this one, I gotta look back on my Instagram, that's where I posted it. But anyway, this great little kit has these little pockets and these little pieces of ephemera and stuff, just to really make this cute little set. And use this specimen card to just make a little photo. And then on the back page here, I've got it paper clipped with the little paper clips, but the back page is a pocket also. And then the next one was flow, and I know a lot of people probably did water, something like that. I had all these airmail stamps and stickers and cards, and I wanted to kind of go with that, so the whole page kind of flowed. Once I finished it, it was a wee bit busy for me, but anyway, that's what it was. And this is just a piece of scrap paper that I just folded up to make little tuck spots for the stickers, and stamped on it. Next day was whimsical. I love this paper. It's actually part of a Christmas paper pack gotten at Hobby Lobby, and these are from a digital kits that I bought. Created a little file tab there, embossed it with one of the thin star ones that I had, and then this little tuck spot. But it just feels very whimsical to me. This guy just makes me smile, just like he's had a really, really good laugh. And I don't know, it just may not be whimsical to some, but it was to me. And then the next one was borders. This is part of a snippet roll that I made, and I just covered the page with a notebook page and used some more of those dates from and words from that little digital kit. And this is from a Digi2, so it just created a little pocket for that. And then the next one's interactive. This is some more of the Tim Holtz paper that I tried to make something out of it before, and it ended up not working, so I had like this half page of scraps. So they actually came in handy here. So I used some more of the muslin. I have a piece of coffee dyed paper here that I stamped and just glued on there. Grommeted that to that coffee dyed papers, make little journaling spots, just little flips and book pages here. There's a tag here, and then little flip there, and journaling spot. There's a tag here, and then just one of the little keys hanging off the bolt pin there. The next one was nature. Just used some washi tape, index card, and then a little piece of paper that I stamped, and some little stamps I have that were kind of nature themed, and little stickers. Next was peeking out. This is some more of that little strip I had made to create like a little belly band, and use another piece to glued onto an index card to make a journaling spot. And the next one was bookshelf, and Wuthering Heights is one of my favorite books, so that was kind of what I was going through here. If this were an old book somewhere, I just used some stencils and stamps that I had, just ones that make me smile, and the old book pages from a vintage copy of Wuthering Heights that I have. And I used some of these in the Raven journal I made, which ended up not selling, and I just liked it so much I use it myself. But anyway, this piece is of cardstock here that can be used for journaling spots or bookmarks. And this is just some pink ribbon from the Dollar Tree. The next day was textures, and so this is one that I had taken in an embossing folder, put some distress ink on it, and kind of just press it onto the page to give it a look like it had some texture on the page of old wallpaper. Then I actually glued on some of that pink ribbon. This kind of see it there, crumpled up piece of envelope, and then the pattern page there to create different textures. So you've got the smooth of that page, and it looks rough, but it's not. And then over here it actually is different textures. The next was fabric. I used some more of the muslin that I have. I had never used VersaFine ink, and so I picked up one at the craft store and thought, well, I'm going to try it because I keep hearing great things about it. Let me tell you, I use archival ink. I find that it feathers sometimes, especially like on fabric it will. This VersaFine did fantastic. This is my new favorite ink. I'm a fan. Got to say that I'm a fan. So I went with that kind of distressed stamp look on there. And then this is just another part of the DigiKit. And create a little journaling card. This is just some blank paper for journaling. And then here, You Are Made of Magic. That's actually a pocket there too. The next one was ombre. So I just took some scrap paper, created like an ombre look using distress inks. This actually is the Scorched Timber distressed ink, the new one from Tim Holtz. I love it. Absolutely love it. Becoming one of my favorites. And just did some stamping and glued a piece of paper on there for journaling. I've got a little tear on that page. So I've got to find a way to put something on there and fix that. I've been carrying it around with me, showing this off at work, so it's got a little torn in my bag. And then the next one was translucent. I had some black card stock, the crafting cardstock paper, and then this is from a digital kit from My Porch Prints. This quote here, it's from their Alice in Wonderland. This is just some paper from Temu there, and then this was a strip of pink paper I tucked down into my scrap pile. When I pulled it out to get another piece of paper, it came out like the breast cancer awareness badge, and so I thought, I'm gluing that on there. Have some breast cancer survivors in my family. So then I just used some alcohol inks to stain that quote, and also the acetate here to give it a more translucent versus transparent look. And then this one is lyrics. Had this scrap paper from a digital kit, and just kind of stamped over it a little bit, added some tissue paper that I had been stamping on, and then another one of those pictures from that digital kit. I created a little tuck spot. I took some more of the paper, made a journaling card, and this was some acetate scrap that I had been playing around with, and just put it on there with Brad. I thought it just added some interest to it, and then, you know, you can kind of use it to play with there in the journal, looking at different things. The next day was grungy, and as you know, I love grungy, but I actually did go kind of easy on this one. Just using some old book pages, scrap papers, and ink, and just kind of made a little grungy flip up. Next one was geometric, so I used an envelope here, a piece of an envelope, kind of grunched it up. That's another one from the My Porch Prints Alice things. This is just a digital that I had, and I just inked it and kind of folded it in different ways. So there's triangles and squares and just all kinds of different things in there. You can fold it different ways, however makes you happy. So that was fun. Then the next one was travel. This is just an index card. Kind of stained it with some inks. Used some more of the little stamp stickers I had. And then this did not turn out great, but I thought it ended up looking fine for me. It's part of a stamp that I had gotten at a thrift store. It had this one and the name of the photo shop, and then one that said, photo do not bend. And I got them for like a couple of bucks. So very nice wooden handled stamps. Then I made another ID card, kind of passporty ID, travel, blah, blah. It's cute and it was fun, and I enjoyed it. But I'm playing with the stamps there, and then just created a journaling spot with it. And then the last day was reflect, and for me, again, I love history. I like looking back at, you know, how life used to be, and old advertisements. I love those. Those are great. I like looking back on that and going, wow, you know, can you believe that was 20 cents? You know, that type thing. Anyway, I had found this digital, love it, and I thought, I'm just going to go simple, make a pocket, kind of reflecting back on old times, and it holds the other ID cards that I had made earlier in January. Tuck right in there, and just it's another one of those things from that digital kit, making little tabs. Then the back page is just a piece of a digital to create a pocket and some scraps that I made journaling tags with. And that is it. But like, subscribe, leave me a comment, tell me what you think. Overall, I really enjoyed it. I loved it. Like I said, it turned out much larger than I intended, but I had so much fun doing it, and I'm looking forward to Junk Journal July.